Tantra. Yeah. High Tantra, Kwe Tantra, Cha Tantra, and Mahanadara Tantra. So it involves the correctly devoting, correctly following the virtual friend. That is going to Hinayana. And then you respect Buddha. Listen to advice to the abbot, respect like Buddha, but you don't look at it Buddha. You don't look at it Buddha, but respect like Buddha for the advice, like the Buddha for advice like that. So in the Mahayana, then in the Mahayana practice, that is look at the essence Buddha, so that practice devoting to Guru as more advanced in the Mahayana. So looking at the essence of Buddha that involves. Now there's a Tantra. So Tantra, the basic practice of Tantra is you stop the impure appearance and the impure concept, and only practice pure appearance and pure thought. So that's the fundamental practice of Tantra. So everything pure appearance, pure thought. So here, not only essence of Buddha, the Guru, or not only that, that is the Mahayana Sutra. So now here is the highest Tantra. So Tantra and highest Tantra. So there involves even the aspects is Buddha. So pure, the basic practice of Tantra is pure appearance, pure thought. So therefore here, so appearance Buddha. So visualize the Hiruka. So the Hiruka. So need to visualize that. So the purpose the disciple to achieve enlightenment in this life or in brief lifetime or there's no time. So the purpose is that. So reason becomes very profound. For the result to achieve full enlightenment is the universal state was there in the in the brief lifetime of destined time. So then from Mandala, and so now receive the preparation. In order to receive the great initiation, to plant seed of the four kayas, to plant the seed of the four kayas, then to receive the great initiation for that, in order to achieve the four kayas. So then then need to use preparation, which means checking the disciple. So then need to offer mandala. So your own body, spirit, mind, and all the merits and everything. Decorate in the form of offerings on the top of the mandala, and then offer also others, yourself, yours, others, it says. He says in the mandala, not only yours, but also others. But because why others involves offering the others, belonging to others. Maybe it's because the offering others also becomes an remedy to your attachment, anger, ignorance. So even belong to others, but you get attached, get angry, and all. So, as the antidote to your mind, anger, attachment, that's my gas. In the practice, you should know dak shen others, dak shen lunga yesu longja tusen gasoja. So also others. So why others? So this is my gas. I'm not sure. You have to find out. Why you offer others? Others billion, others zillion, trillion dollars in the bank. You offer mental offering. So my guess, my way to figure out might be like that, because it is object to your attachment, and so might be antidote for that. So that's my own reason, why others. So what you have to find out. See, yeah. Maybe short mentor. Yeah, sure.
Page 98, FPMT 1.
So preparation, is checking. So the my hand root could said when you do elaborate and then preparation, holding the earth, doing everything. Holding the earth, sasunga, holding the earth and protecting, protecting blessing. So you do those things. So so there's also it's elaborated there. Saratagan, the preparation, the earth goddess. So asking permission to the earth goddess. Invoke the earth goddess, make offering. The earth goddess gives you permission to do the preparation. So that was done. That was done briefly, and then next one, Hatagan, preparation of the deity. So briefly done. Then Pumatagan, the blessing the vase, victorious vase and action vase. That was done. Then now preparation for disciple. So that elaborate to do. Without need all that, then the short way to do the preparation vase and preparation disciple. That's short way. Also, that is the shortest preparation. Though there's elaborate tradition practice or the short traditional practice. So whatever one can do, then sometimes I do the vase, the short one, the vase preparation, then the sub preparation. So after the sadhana, so that's to the preparation. What was done. So something as much possible not missing, as much possible to do. So Lama Tsongkhapa said, omniscient one said, Dina Zosang Jesu Dabala Samo Doje Tata Pacentek Nambaniyo Sanga Pacentek Shindu Chera Papa Inoshe Niman Dawatabu Kundutan. From here to go to enlightenment, full enlightenment, there's two yanas, vehicles. Profound Bhajayana and the Pramadayana. And the Sikir Mandra Sa Pajan Tabale, Shindu Chebra Pava, you know, She Nimandawata Bukundata, the Sikir Mandra the secret mantra is extremely extraordinary, exalted. Then Paramedayana Path Sutra, known as like sun and moon, extremely exalted, supreme the Tantra, then Sutra. By only practicing the Paramedayana path, sutra, then you need to collect the merit for 3 countless great eons. And if you don't practice Tantra, if you don't edit Tantra, only the present Paramedayana path you cannot achieve enlightenment. So at the end, you need to receive initiation. Even by present Paramedayana Sutra, at the end, then you need to receive initiation from Bhattacharya. So actualize the light. So you need to do that. At the end. So reality, there is no, without Tantra, without Japan Tantra can't, that cannot achieve enlightenment. The only person Paramedayana path. Sutra. So therefore, secret mantra is extremely specialized, or exalted like the sun, moon, from the Mahayana Paramedayana Sutra. My texts are escaping, so then that means I have to stop again. Do next year. So therefore, by practicing Tantra, secret mantra is not the Hindu Tantra, it's the Tantra taught by Buddha. So without so by practicing Tantra, secret mantra, Vajrayana, so without need to collect the merits for 3 countless great eons, you definitely achieve enlightenment in this life. Best in a brief lifetime of degenerate time. You are able to achieve enlightenment. That's the best one. The best practitioner. So they just said, right guru, right disciple, who can like Milarepa, or like that, who has so much of perseverances in the life, who has so much of perseverances, be hardships, Then you see, whose mind is strong. That's like Milarepa, Marpa, his guru Marpa was the enlightened being, led him to, because killed 36 people or something like that by black magic, and then downstairs animals more than human being or something like that, killed through black magic, because the mother advised, because they were confiscated, and so much kind of treasure was confiscated by their uncle and I don't know, the uncle or something, uncle or aunt. So the mother advised to learn black magic and to harm them. So Milarepa went with Lama to learn black magic, and then he dig a hole in the area on the mountains, and then he did 7 days black magic. Then he killed 36 people, something, while they're wedding, while they're dancing, drinking, all that thing. Then downstairs all the animals get killed, all that thing. So so the Milarepa after that they felt very bad, and then Sam Lama, who taught black magic, said, "You want to practice Lama, you go to Sam Marpa." He guided. Then he went to see Marpa, even though he's an enlightened being, but the enlightened being, Hiruka, all like that. But the appearance, what appears to ordinary being is like a farmer, sort of a wife and a child, and walking in the field, and dusted on the body, and and just like ordinary being, like that, appearance like that. So Milarepa met in the field and offered body, speech, mind is nothing to offer. Offer his own body, speech, mind, and give Dharma, give food and give Dharma. So like that. Then to purify the having negative karma, collect this life and from past life, so Marpa led him to build a 9-story tower 3 times. But no other people allowed, no coolies allowed. There's no coolies wearing red clothes and with the badges and with the ties. No coolies allowed. No coolies allowed. Didn't have coolie. So let the Milarepa alone build a 9-story tower 3 times. One time build, then again tear down, put the stone back to from where he brought before, and then again build up again 2nd time, then tear down again, stone carried back, and so his backside become very bluish, very blue, thick skin, like that. Then again build 3rd time, so that the 9-story tower still you can see in Tibet. I didn't see, but I didn't get time to go there. Didn't have time, but I was probably close, but maybe not haven't reached yet, didn't get free yet. It's in Roka. I don't think many people got there to see. It doesn't seem. You don't hear. However, yeah, but I think I saw pictures. So though Baba didn't give teachings to him, always a scold. Always says Guru, Buddha, Bhajadara, who is the reality, and but the the ordinary aspects of the, they're always a scold, like angry, or scold to me like that. Even he came among with the many other students to the teaching, but if he see Milarepa there, he immediately scold and kick him out among from the people. Publicly, he kick him out and scold, all like that, and it was him. So never gave teachings ever, yes, and like that, like that happened. But Milarepa's side never got angry for 1 second, and heresy never got heresy, anger. Of course, in America or nowadays, especially in America, then if you give even a spank, the Guru is in the prison. Even the Guru gave one spank, the Guru is very quickly, same day in prison. So like that, or even by scolding, maybe even by scolding, even by scolding or some saying rude words. Then next, we call police and go in prison. So like that. Because even though one studied Buddhism, but not really have learned Lambrim, not really have learned about karma, or not really started teachings, but listen some lectures, or let me listen some teachings, but not really understood Lambrim karma, the real teaching, didn't know. So then you see, if you receive some scold or beat in one spank, then you charge $100,000. You charge $100,000 you want, and then you'll go to prison or something. You see, Guru. So that's even though even you did come like teachings, but really does know the teaching. Karma, about karma, didn't really know, and so like that. So if you knew the karma, then they freaked out. Then if you look at the teachings, if you read, then you freaked out. You made the biggest mistake in the life. The biggest mistake, biggest obstacle, biggest suffering to yourself. So anyway, Milarepa never rose heresy, anger even 1 minute. So constantly strong devotion to the Mapa is Guru Mapa, or disciple like that, who can bear, who has perseverance is like that. Very strong. Right disciple, right Guru. Then enlightenment is made by hand. Like dough, you make noodles, you make cake, you make all kind with hand, So easy like that. Enlightenment is possible like that. So like that. So has to be disciple like that. Because much of principles, can be hardships so much. Because the guru who exactly know how to guide. Who exactly know how to guide the disciple. All pure, all those nikamas. Who knows exactly? All like that. So you see, not necessarily always giving teaching, initiation, giving right from beginning. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. That's his way. Scolding, beating, building the tower 3 times by himself alone, not by Marpa, Milarepa, himself, Milarepa. That's his way. And the Bhajan himself is the enlightened being. The Hiruka. That. So, but so the Mapa's Norkoi consort, consort means you are still practicing the path. I would say wisdom mata, Rima, wisdom mata. So I don't use for the enlightened being. I do use consort. Consort means still practicing. So wisdom mata, Mapa's wisdom mata. Then the Karasukure wisdom mata felt much kind of cannot be sad for the Marpa, all school, all the hard work, never get teaching. So she insisted to Marpa to give teachings. So, but Marpa's side, he still want to let Milarepa to work more, to bear hardships more, longer, so that the Milarepa can become enlightened faster. Enlightened faster. But wisdom mother, his wisdom mother, pushed so much, so then gave of course he's the enlightened being, so he manifested the mandala, deity, the initiated, like that, gave all the teachings, and then sent to the mountains, to the caves. He predicted, Mapa himself predicted those Mount Kailash, Tsibri in Tibet, or Tsibri in certain places, pointed out where to meditate. So that sent to the mountains after gave the teachings in these initiations, everything. Gave advice, and then one point with much hardships, eating nettle. You see, lunch nettle, not I'm sure. All in there's nothing, no chili, no salt, nothing. There's nothing. All in nettle, nothing else to eat. All in nettle. So the one time thief came, so thief said, "Where's the salt? Where's chili?" So Miller was, salt, nettle. They put nettle, and the chili, okay, they put nettle. So like that happened. So Miller, he practiced like that, only nettle. So one day I think the clay pot was broken, but inside the nettle, because it was boiled nettle, so outside clay pot broken, but inside the nettle, the what do you call it? What? Remember? Yeah. So,
What's the residue?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's that. That's even after clean broken, but it's so it go like pot, you see, but no. So like that. So anyway, with much hardships practice, or so much hardship practice, and achieving enlightenment. So exactly followed Mahaprabhu's advice. So the years, with the years, only work, hard work, beating, and all schooling. So building the tower 3 times, so that became unbelievable powerful purification for military power. So Mahaprabhu knew exactly how to guide the disciple. So that so able to achieve enlightenment, able to achieve the tantric realizations in their life. Whole tantric realizations, whole part in that life, in a brief lifetime of destiny, few number of years. So like that. Like that. Then they like that, right guru, right disciple, then enlightenment is like made by dope, you can make anything, bread or anything with dope or with the hand so easily, so like that, enlightenment. So here it says, so by practicing Tantra, without need to collect the merits for 3 countless great eons, they have definitely achieved enlightenment in a brief lifetime of destined time. And the middle one, that's the best one. The middle one, then you become enlightened in the intermediate stage. Not during this life, but after that, in the intermediate stage, you become enlightened. Like Lama Tsongkhapa did purposely for that. He purposely chose to be enlightened in the intermediate stage, even though he could become enlightened in this life, but to preserve to inspire others and to preserve the Vinaya teaching, Vinaya practice, then he chose to be enlightened, but not in this brief lifetime or original time, not that, but in the intermediate stage. So in order to inspire and to spread the teaching of the Buddha, the Vinaya teaching. So at least by practicing Tantra, at least you become enlightened in the within the 16 lifetimes. Within the 16 lifetimes. By practicing Tantra. That's why it is called Mulam Dajitagba, the quick path to quick Bajayana path. Especially the exalted. So the infinite has benefits explained. So the Paramedana Pada Sutra called Khor, and the secret mantra is called Rizaldhyana. Other one called Jitakba, Khor. Then secret mantra is called Rizaldhyana. Why it's called like that is So the without renunciation, to samsara, the first say, without renunciation to this life, if you practice tantra with attachment, cling to this life happiness. So that's the worldly mind. So the tantra did not become dharma, holy dharma. Did not become holy dharma. It's become worldly dharma. Worldly action, worldly dharma, non-virtue. Tantra become non-virtue. Nirkama. And causes to be reborn in lower realms. Not in the higher birth, not even Deva human birth, causes lower realm. So, if you practice tantra, without the mind becoming dharma, without the mind becoming holy dharma, with the worldly dharma, that means huge differences. That tantra become cause of lower realm, all that. Then without renunciation to this life, then practicing tantra, then becomes the cause of lower realm, not the additional cause of lower realm. Already, everything, whatever action one does with the body, speech, mind, become cause of lower realm. But besides that, the additional action, the practicing tantra, become cause of lower realm. So now, without renunciation of the future life, samsara, then with the attachment to that, if you practice tantra, it does not become the cause of it. It only becomes the cause of samsara. It doesn't become the cause of even to achieve nirvana. Liberation from samsara. It doesn't become. It just becomes the cause of samsara. Like that. If you practice the tantra without renunciation, so if you practice tantra without bodhicitta, then tantra never become cause of enlightenment. Practicing tantra never become cause of enlightenment to achieve the state of omniscient mind. Elimination of obscuration, completion of all the realizations doesn't become cause to achieve that. So the high without bodhicitta, then the highest what can achieve it maybe the So it's difficult. Cannot achieve Buddhahood. So without emptiness, without realization, emptiness, practicing tantra, it doesn't become antidote to samsara. It doesn't become antidote to samsara. It doesn't become a remedy to liberate from samsara. It doesn't become that. Without practice, without realization, right view, emptiness, shunyata, without practice, then practicing tantra doesn't become antidote, remedy to liberate oneself from samsara. It's only so it becomes the only cause of samsara. So it doesn't become an antidote. It doesn't become antidote to eliminate root of samsara, the ignorance. It becomes the practice tantra becomes only a cause to develop the ignorance, develop the samsara. So like that. So it's very clear. You need the practice tantra with the lamrim or the cause lamrim parameter and the path. So the renunciation, bodhicitta, emptiness. You need the cause before. You need the cause those three in order to practice tantra. So then, so that's based on the correctly devoting virtuous friend, the root of the path to enlightenment. So that's. There Lama Tsongkhapa explained, Tomon Lamda, no the Chirana, Kaba Kunji Choe Dajite. In the Kasa Foundation Good Quality mentioned by Lama Tsongkhapa, when your mind becomes vessel, container, vessel, trained well in the common path, means renouncing Buddha's emptiness. Then Taba Kunji Choe Dashite. Then Vajrayana, which is supreme among the yanas. Then to practice. So the if one wishes to practice tantra, then you need to practice lamrim as the more as main practice. Then more then yes, you get more closer to bodhicitta and emptiness. Then practicing tantra with that, and then better. So after bodhicitta, with bodhicitta realization, and especially and then also emptiness, especially with bodhicitta. Then after that, then you put main effort in tantra to get to realize generate state and completion stage, the two parts of the highest tantra. Samde.这个他们三的，注意些啊。So how the tantra, the secret mantra bhajana practice, the tantra, how that is by practicing that, how that become quick path to achieve full enlightenment. because in Tantra, you can meditate on path. Similar to the fourth completely purified result. So that's why, that's one reason why you can achieve full enlightenment quickly. In the Paramedhyana Sutra, the Sutra. So without practicing that, without practicing Tantra, it takes three countless great eons to collect the merited wisdom, merited virtue. Merited wisdom causes Dharmakaya, Buddha's holy mind, cause of Rupakaya, Buddha's holy body. So that. That's one reason. You can maintain a path that is similar to the four completely purified result. Do a yonda chita, number two, Lama Gunju, Chanone. So the so the Vajra holy body, the Juku Vajra holy body, when you become enlightened, you achieve Vajra holy body. So the body as a gross body, subtle body, extremely subtle body. So the extremely subtle body, the extremely subtle windy, extremely subtle windy. Also extremely subtle body. Also that having totally ceased, purified the defilements, obscurations, the subtle body, oneness with the subtle body, oneness with the subtle mind. The Vajra holy body, so that which covers all the existence. There's no place where there's no Buddha. That's very common, known also in the sutra, the Paramedhyana path. Sutra very common. There's no place where there's no Buddha. So in Tantra, the extremely subtle body has no resistance. Purified all the obscurations, even the subtle obscurations. So therefore, the holy body, that holy body, Vajra holy body, cover the whole existence. Cover the whole existence, as well as that one is with the holy mind, the extremely subtle the mind, so perceiving object by that is mind moving, which is action moving is called wind, which with action moving is called wind, which perceive object of the mind, but they are one in the essence, and so therefore the mind, Buddha's mind, or the Buddha's holy body covers the whole existence, not seeing the existence from distance, like using the machine. There's a, what do you call the machine? The telescope, not like that, like telescope. You say far, omniscient mind seeing far, no, omniscient minds. So the holy body covers the whole existence. So the same, which is same nature, which is same essence, the holy mind also covers the whole existence. Whole existence, like that. So so that to be understood only in Tantra, only by learning Tantra, not by Sutra. So no resistance. So anyway, able to do perfect work for sentient beings. Like that. So manifest in pure, impure, any kind of deities or the different aspects of this Buddha's pure aspect, and the impure aspect appears somebody kind of all that. Then the impure aspect, then the human being, asura, even preta manifest as preta to help the pretas, manifest the animal to help the animals, manifest as yama, manifest as yama, helpings, manifest. Even there is no suffering from, because of course how Buddha could have suffering. But manifest as the yamas, the helpings or like that, then to help those other things manifest as a hunger, as a intimate, manifest as manifest kitchenmonger, it means manifest Muslim priest, or manifest all kinds, even Hindu gods, all kinds, to benefit of sentient beings. There are sentient beings who has the karma, who need you to be guided, but with that aspect. So even manifest as Hindu gods, so like that, all kinds, and that's nothing definite. So, the impure form, that holy mind, holy body manifests. So infinite, numberless, working for sentient being perfectly. So you visualize that Vajra holy body, what you achieve in the future, you visualize now that you are what you are going to achieve in the future, you visualize that as it happened now. So then when you visualize that Vajra holy body, for example, Hiruga, then most unbelievable purification. Negative karmas collected from beginning of this birth get purified, collected unbelievable merits collected when you do that. When you generate yourself what you're going to achieve in the future, Hiruga, you visualize now. That what of the future you're going to need it to happen now. So you need to meditate like that in Tantra, when you practice Tantra. So that becomes a quick path to enlightenment. That's because and then also when you achieve enlightenment, that time you see. So all the places, houses, the house, place, all the, at that time then it's a pure mandala, pure appearance mandala appear to celestial mansion mandala appears to you, and when you become enlightened, so the place, the house of the celestial mansion mandala. So what you going to achieve in the future when you become Buddha, that it happen now. So you visualize now that it happened, that you hold divine pride, hold the pride to divine pride, that is this mandala is that. So this you are visualizing yourself. Hiruga, this is the future Hiruga, that happened now. Then the mandala already visual now. That's what you mandala. What you're going to achieve future, it happen now. So like that. So each time when you visualize the mandala, it purifies 10 million eons of negative karma. 10 million eons of negative karma. Each time when you visualize the mandala of the deity. So the sadhana, when you do sadhana, it involves visualizing oneself deity, or involves in visualizing the mandala of the deity. So each time when you visualize the mandala of the deity, what happened? What you will achieve in the future, it happened now. So each time it purifies 10 million, so many 10 million eons of negative karma purified. That's the benefit of, that's the one benefit of when you do sadhana. So therefore doing sadhana is not just it's not just like in the West, people people are particularly people retired and on no job to do, no work to do, that don't know Omani Pemu, that Tibetans that reside Omani Pemu, they don't have job, even while they're working they do Omani Pemu, while they're in the shop they reside Omani Pemu, they read Dharma text, commentaries like that, while they're doing business, while they're in the shop, selling things, buying things, or sometimes they do commentaries, all things, you see. But the West, particularly the West, so the people retired and no job, doesn't know what to do with the life, so boring, and you extended to walking around the garden, walking around the house, and you make extra work there to do something in your life, but otherwise you don't know what to do with the life. So life becomes very boring and doesn't know what to do with the life. Very boring and no interest of living, and but of course you don't have freedom to die, you don't have freedom in the life, so life becomes so boring, life becomes unbelievable boring, so boring, doesn't know what to do, and there's no meditation, no practice, nothing, even like that. That which collects the skies of merit in Bembai without bodhicitta, reside Omani Pemu, collect the merit like sky, drops like the oceans. You collect more number of drops that you collect merit more than drops of ocean. Even the more numbers of the Kazakh dust of the earth, you collect more merit like that within without bodhicitta. So with the bodhicitta, you collect more than skies of merit, even resigned by one time. So doesn't have so poor life, so poor mentally, so poor, even physically rich, but mentally so poor, so doesn't really so difficult. So then you read books, you read books to fill up the life, so you don't feel kind of boring or read books something. So read some books, just for the life, so not like that. Purpose of joining sadhana is not like that. When the West, the people read books, so their life, to not get bored. So not like that. Sorry to say that, but the really these tantra practice. I mean, these you don't know about this. You don't know. People might think just they like the West with the something to do, some punishment or some punishment or some to do life. People might think, what is this? Reading all this sadhana words. Because you really don't know about tantra, about what it does to you, what it purifies, cookies the defilements, and it brings to enlightenment. Cookies where you have no idea of that, so you don't know infinite benefit. So specialized in practice, and you have no idea. So like that. So anyway, then so then you see, when you become enlightened, the offerings, the enjoyments, it's numberless. Numberless, there's no numberless. The offerings and the enjoyments and numberless. So like that. So that you visualize now, and it happen now, and the offerings, make an offering to oneself, the deity. Similar to what you become Buddha, what happens, you visualize that now. So then again, most unbelievable collection of merits and purification. Unbelievable like that. Then also when you become enlightened, you send beams. You send beams. Underneath beams purify numberless sentient beings. When you become enlightened, each beam you send, and numberless sentient beings get purified. The obscuration karma. For example, when the Magadha Samo, she's Buddhist, but her husband is Hindu. In Bodh Gaya, Magadha place called. So anyway, inviting Buddha for inviting Buddha for food, for lunch, or for offering. She's inviting Buddha, but the Buddha was quite far, very far, very far. So they met lunch, and then she was holding incense outside at the door, holding. Then she was reciting this Malu Sabje Gunju Gonju Jing, who is the savior of every single sentient beings. The Punje means the Punje means Jamzarha, the deity destroying the host of the Maras, unceasingly destroy the host of the Maras. So that means all the delusions. There's 4 Maras, Mara of Lord of Death, Mara of aggregates, Mara of delusion, and Deva's son, Mara. So the 4 Mara. So the so controlled, destroyed. You see, they've been Mona Malu and that Chiju, Mona Malu. Mona Malu and that Chinjuri, who every single phenomena without mixture, so every single karma, even the subtle karma, so the conventional truth and absolute truth, everything without mixture, so understand directly the Jamde Khor and then they just Jamde Khor and then they should destroyed, qualified, gone beyond one. Please, Jamde Khor, please descend here. They destroyed, qualified, gone beyond. Buddha's, there's expressing Buddha's qualities. May descend here. And then the Buddha's disciples came. Buddha husband thought maybe Buddha, but they all came in sky. They all by flying between the mountains, and so they all were riding over the snow lions or elephant or things like that. But the husband thought maybe this is Buddha, maybe this is Buddha, maybe this. But she said that these disciples. So the Buddha came at the very last. So like that. I think maybe maybe it takes something like which it takes 7 days for ordinary people. I'm not sure. So they are on the way. Buddha is flying in the sky, but down the road there are insects. There are insects all there. So Buddha is flying through, but all those insects in the road, they are liberated. They are liberated from suffering. All like that. So anyway, so it's been, liberates numberless sentient beings from the oceans of samsara suffering and so forth. So when you become Buddha, with each beam even we can benefit sentient beings like that, so that you visualize now that deity Buddha now, then happen doing that, sending beams to the sentient beings and purify them. So, it creates cause. So you visualize yourself deity, thinking what you're going to achieve in the future, now, so it becomes a path, quick path to achieve that. The Buddha's holy body, visualizing mandala, what you're going to achieve in the future, it happened now, visualizing that, it causes to achieve in the quickly to achieve to have the mandala, or when they become enlightened. So all the houses, the places appear in that way, pure appearance. Then also the enjoyments, and then because it become to achieve that. When you become the Buddha, then infinite enjoyment. And then beams absorbed and send the image to send the image all at that time. Also, doing now, it becomes a cause, quick cause to achieve that. So, like that. So this is the reason why practicing Tantra, Sikha Mantra Vajrayana, why it become quick path to achieve enlightenment. Because in one life, I like that. So when you become enlightened, so you have a holy body of the transcendental wisdom, and then you see wisdom mother appears your own view, your own wisdom. Then see manifest numberless the surrounding numberless surroundings, deities or things like that, and then able to go to pure land. Able to go to any Buddha's pure land, then receive the offerings, and then able to do unimaginable action, able to do numberless unimaginable action for the sentient beings, able to do work for sentient beings. So similar to the like as it happens, you visualize these things as it happens when you achieve enlightenment. So now the meaning of Vajrayana. Meaning of the Vajrayana. So dojita, sang dojita ba, secret mantra bhajayana. So bhajayana dojita ba. So like this, just one idea, just one idea. But this is a good meditation. If you want to meditate on emptiness of the eye, then this one meditation you can use. Those who study philosophy, there's mathematics, so many logics, but this for us, those who don't have a opportunity to study philosophy, so might be helpful, even simple meditation like this. So, for example, you see, I'm sitting. What are you doing? What are you doing now? What are you doing now? You see? So you answer, I'm sitting. You may answer, I'm sitting now. That's one answer. I'm sitting. I'm sitting. Okay. I'm sitting. Why I'm sitting? Why I'm sitting? There is no reason at all except the aggregates, the body is sitting. There is no reason at all why I'm sitting, except only the aggregate body is doing action, sitting at the moment. The aggregates, the body is not I. Aggregates, the mind is not I. Aggregates, the altogether aggregates, there are 5 aggregates. Even all together is not I. Aggregate is possession. I is a possessor. Possessor and possession, two different. One is owner, one is what is owned. So how can be what is owned become the owner? How is it possible? There's two different phenomena. Owner and what is owned, the possession and possessor is two different phenomena. So aggregate is not I. Also, if the aggregate is I, then you label I on the I. You see, you label I. If the aggregate is I, then you see aggregate is the basis on which you label I. So then it becomes, then you need to label I on the I on the I on the I, endless. You know, that mistake arises. It mentioned in the Madhyamika. So, no reason at all, except only the body is sitting. So you see, when you think that reason, certainly the real I, like it depends on you, but certainly the real I is not there, kind of like that. You see, real I. Certainly, when you think the reason, except the body, it's just only except the body is sitting. I get the body is sitting. Oh, only that, nothing else, nothing more than that. So the real I certainly realize kind of not there. Real I sitting, which you believe before, not there. Now it's not there. Just simple example. Then you see, while you're walking, you ask question to yourself, what I'm doing? I'm walking. Why I believe I'm walking? There is no other reason at all, except the body is walking. So when you think that, when you concentrate on that basis, I guess the body is walking. That's all, nothing else. So again, the real I is not there. You see, not like before. At least not like before. Your feeling of the I is not like before. Changes. That's a simple example. So, therefore, I say, then there's also eating, there's also many things. Yeah. So in there, so to yeah, you know, from morning up to wake up until night when you go to bed, maybe you don't get bed tonight. So since we were born, conceived in a mother's womb and until we die, and from beginning, not only that, from beginning, let's say, birth until now, you know, with the realize walking, realize sitting, realize the meditating, realize doing this. But you see, from beginning, let's say, but now, up to now, it has been appearing like that. It has been appearing to our ignorance, hallucination mind like that, and we believe like that. It's a reality. In the reality, totally false. In the reality, it's totally false. Maybe you didn't hear last word. Last word, totally false. False. So you see, when you I'm walking, I'm sitting, I'm this. What real eye doing? You know, when you don't say, looks like the real eye doing all these activities. Yeah. But when you take, what is the reason? I believe I say, when you question that, because only the aggregate body is doing action, sitting. That's all, nothing else. Only the aggregate body is action, doing action, walking. When you think the basis, that you call I on basis, that time there's that real I, what you believe before, it's not there. Definitely there's big change. Not there, however, incredible big change. Not like that before. There, after the reason. That proves what you believe before without checking. All day long, from morning up to night when you go back, then from birth up to death, from beginning lesson birth up to I'm doing that, the real I doing all these things, you know. Are they completely false proofs? So anyway, what am I saying? So just even from this simple example, it proves what appear to you, what we believe normally. That's the wrong concept. That's total non-existent. That realize total non-existent. It proves. Just from this simple example. Take many examples. Then you can use another example you have, or those who did meditation, shunyata, whatever different experience you can use. So therefore, the real I. We do everything to achieve happiness for this real I, which is not there at all from beginning to the birth. It has never been there, but we do everything. So create the cause of thinking that working for happiness, but without knowing Dharma, without knowing Karma, we do so much cause of create so much cause of suffering, for this and if you have power, then you see, you kill millions of people in the world. In this world, if you have power, you kill millions of people that you don't like. You know, you kill millions of people. So, 1 person, 2 people, 100 people, a million people, or some, you have power, or you don't like. For this eye to achieve happiness, for this eye, and for this eye to not suffer, this real eye to not suffer, but the real eye is not there. At all. So in the world, there happened time to time, killed many millions of people. In different times it happened. Oh, it's like that. So totally, the person who has power did like that, but there's no I. There's no real I. There is the middle level I, but there's no real I appearing from that. So totally is totally something which makes laugh, nonsense. Oh, killed many millions of people, believing that the real I, but it was not there. From beginningless birth, it has not been there at all. Yeah. So anyway, so you mentioned in the you thought by using logic, this special dependent arising. So you mentioned in the emptiness of emptiness, not nihilism. It doesn't exist, not that. Emptiness that it do not exist from its own side, or that one. So mentioned that. Mentioned in that. So you see, so your wisdom, the ishnata, the emptiness of the I, the real I, in the existing from inside, all that with real I, all the emptiness of that. So the total non-existence of that real I means the one appearing to you existing from its own side, not merely labeled by the mind, all that. So while you see, while your wisdom seeing that emptiness, then you see oneness with that, your wisdom, oneness with that emptiness. And then there's and then there's high tantra, the experience, that say, there's or then the high tantra experience, which is not in the lower tantra. So all that. So one is with the emptiness. Then you see manifest into deity. That rise manifest in deity, Heruka. Into deity, Heruka. So you see, so then at the same time, that same mind, at the same time, you focus on the deity's holy body, Heruka. You focus on deity's holy body, Heruka. At the same time, that same mind, not separate mind, the same mind, that same wisdom, the aspect of the deity me labeled by the mind. Everything, me labeled by the mind. Understand that. The same wisdom rise in deity, focus on the deity's aspects, you see, me labeled by the mind. So, do not exist from its own side. No. Even though for us, appearing, existing from its own side, like you cross the sand which hits the sunlight, so there's no water. But when you cross, then you look back, looks like there's water. You have mirage. Looks like there's water, but you have understanding there's no water there. You just came from there. But you have appearance there's water. Like the illusion, that magician person illusion your mind. So you see Celestial Mansion or the Golden Elephant or whatever, or the some beautiful, amazing, beautiful things. But you know it doesn't exist there. You have vision, you have a hallucinant vision that your mind is illusioned by the magician person, or like that. But you know it doesn't exist there. So, for us, appears existing from its own side, Hiruka, you see? So, mere labeled by the mind, so do not exist, even though appears existing from the side, but have an understanding that you have understanding, wisdom, understand that it does not exist from its own side, even though you have appearance for us, for sentient beings. All of that. So the same wisdom which focus this holy body, that is the Kasa method. That is that is the method, and that it doesn't have true existence. Understand that is wisdom. That's wisdom. So the one mind practices method of wisdom together. One mind practices with method of wisdom together. In the Paramedayana part, separate mind practices method of wisdom. But here, one mind practices method of wisdom not mentioned in the sutra. It only mentioned in Tantra. So here the wisdom, so focus on the deity's holy body is a method and aspect that doesn't have true existence. It doesn't have nature, true existence nature. All that is wisdom. So one mind is unified with the mother wisdom Sundhujuva. So that is the yana. That is the vehicle, Tekpa yana. So that brings you to enlightenment. That crosses the obscurations, and that brings you to enlightenment. So therefore, it's called yana. That's yana. That's Bajra. Also Bajra yana. So those two inseparable. Method one mind practices method of wisdom inseparable. So that brings you to enlightenment. So that's called Bhaja Yana. All of that. So when we visualize the deity, we have to visualize it like this. It has to become Vajrayana. Otherwise it does not become. The secret mantra Vajrayana. It doesn't become Vajrayana. So we have to maintain like that. So the Vajrayana, all like that. So the secret mantra. So secret is because secret is because if you are able to keep secret, if you are able to keep, for example, Tantra, if you are able to keep a secret, not a cigarette, it sounds like that, but not quite like that. So you hide from the from those people from those sentiments, from those people who are not receptacle, who are not receptacle beings. So you hide from them. You hide from them, so you keep secret, and then this way you can achieve realization. You can achieve tantric realizations. They can achieve enlightenment. So the what's called secret, or that if you publicize, then it is not secret. It doesn't become secret. So there's obstacles. You reveal your secrecy to unreceptacle being, so then it becomes obstacles for your attainment. Obstacle for attainment, and also create negative karma. So that makes to be reborn lower realms and like that. So the secret mantra. Why mantra? What meaning of mantra? Meaning of mantra in Tibetan language mantra is Sanskrit, but in Tibetan language, Yichoba, guiding the, protecting the mind. Yichoba, mantra means Yichoba, guiding the mind. But why not kept, protect the mind? Because so in the general, according to general, it says protect the mind from the ordinary appearance, every ordinary concept. Protect from that. So you visualize your body and deity's holy body. So when you visualize it, like I described, you visualize your body and deity's holy body, like I explained. Then there's a protection of mind from the ordinary appearance, ordinary concept. So like that, meaning of mantra, the protecting the mind, protecting the mind. And in the completion stage, in the completion stage, ordinary mind, the ordinary mind up to the Nangche Topsum, the appearance of white, then increasing red, near attainment darkness near attainment, ordinary mind, even up to that, even the subtle one, even up to that. Then the protected mind from that ordinary mind by the mind being in the state of great bliss, simultaneous born clear light, great bliss. All the mind is in that state. Mind is protected from the ordinary mind, that the very last one, the Nangje Topsum, the white appearance and in red increasing, then darkness attainment, Nangje Topsum, Nawakalamba, Chebamalamba, Niton Haramba. So mind is, when the mind is in great bliss, simultaneously born the clear light, when it is that, then they protect the mind from that ordinary mind. Even the last one, during those time, the ordinary mind protected from that. So there's a definition of the mantra according to completion stage. So maybe, sorry. Yeah. So I think it's 10:30. So so we stop here. We'll stop here. We'll stop here and get up 3 o'clock. And get up 3 o'clock. That's joking. So we can stop here. Okay? Sorry. Yeah. I think good to have a good sleep. Better to have good sleep. Okay. Yeah.
Page 100. Due to all the past, present, future merits corrected by me, 3 time merits corrected by numberless sentiment, numberless Buddhas, may the Bodhicitta be generated in the hearts of the 6 realm sentient beings, particularly in the heart of everybody in this world, particularly in the heart of the students in the FPMT, and the heart of all the center benefactors, and in the heart of all the voluntaries working for the center, and those, especially those who rely upon me, whom I promise to pray for, whose name is given to me in all their heart, especially all of us, here, including our family members who died, who are still living, and in all their heart. In his heart, the Bodhicitta generated in his heart may it be increased. Sancho, Rinpoche, Maje, Bana, Diju, Matone, Tawa, Rinpoche, Maje, Bana, Diju, Rinye Toba Rinpoche Maje Bana De Java Nyamba Meba Ye Gonde Ego That's why Raja met 5 days. The initiation for 5 days. That was the reason. What? What?
He made 6 days.
So you have to thank Raja. In Hong Kong, I did Yamantaka initiation. I did not finish. So I came back the next year I did in Hong Kong. But a long time ago, many years ago, the Peter, who worked for Métier project, who was director at his house, I did I did not finish. I did preparation, but not the initiation. So yeah. So then next year I came back. Okay. So next time. Due to all the 3 dimensions collected by sentiment, collected by numberless Buddhas, may we be guided by Lama Tsongkhapa, being Mahana Guru, in all the lifetime, and never separated away from the pure path, admired by all the Buddhas. And it's so important, very pure prayer. That means to actualize the path, what the Lama Tsongkhapa experience taught, what the Buddha has taught, what the Nagarjuna has taught, so that. Tera Gundu Jawa Zonga Veda Jojini Mudu Jawa Ngabe Laza Dinye Dankeje Dayan Manjuro Mejo Namdra Zamed Laje Jaze Jebe Nindu Jedeto Jogerini Wazan Javi Etendan Javara and to not rise heresy, anger towards the actions of the Guru, and then to realize that all the Buddha's action, that is all the Buddha's action, to realize, and by receiving blessing Guru in one's heart through that, and achieving all the realizations, achieving enlightenment is possible. Bandela men number Davala Geje Tamyalata Jindela Bartoma Mogu Jela Mejela Zamla. Did all the past, present, future marriage collected? Three time marriage collected by me. Three time marriage collected by numberless name, numberless Buddhas, that which are merely leveled by the mind. But I was merely leveled by the mind. See the unified state of Abhajatara, which is mere leveled by the mind. Lead all the sentient beings. Who are merely labeled by the mind. Leads to the state of omniscience, which is merely labeled by the mind. By myself alone, who is also merely labeled by the mind. Jamal Boy, Jambata Gunda Zamadi, and the Jenza Gundejan Dalaja Gavati. Moagala Judan Wayada Gaveza Diginas Radon or Chuji Javo Zagava Judan Namba Bevata Gijetama. Tunjamala Sama Choe, Tata Singed Dundan Devetanya. Allah Zanta Vahitambai Enjoy. Dasashan Sanyamara Hachi Kako Kumar Dasashan
들어가네.
저희는 그런 자르다 산이 내가 집었어요. 지게서마도 산이 나오다 말이야. sunday 가보자. Tomorrow is a working day. Tomorrow is a working day.
Yes.
Not for time to dine. Not time for dine.
Time.
Not working day is not time for dine. No, I'm saying. Tomorrow is a working day.
Yes.
So it was 7 or 6 or 7? 7.
11.
Oh yeah, 7. 7 to 11. Tomorrow. Yeah. So okay, yeah, all right. Okay, busy paciente. Tomo pujere. She's a drama. So okay.
Fine.
Yeah. Okay. So see you tomorrow.
And dinner break tomorrow 8:30. Rinpoche. Dinner.
Dinner? 8:30.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
Only 8 o'clock dinner. Okay. Breakfast 9 o'clock. Dinner at 8 o'clock, breakfast at 9 o'clock. I'm joking.